Kanpai! This is 100% vodka, nothing else. Alright. Anyway, welcome Weebs, this is episode 64. Today we're going to be talking about the Autumn 2022 6-episode review. So we're halfway through the season, and we're going to be talking about our likes, dislikes, and what we wish was in a dumpster fire and never actually saw to begin with. So, yep, thank you Thaylien. Right, so, going straight into the housekeeping, just to remind everyone, we have timestamps and chapters allowing people to navigate to sections of the show that they're specifically interested. Again, we will be rating everything at the start of each episode, show we talk about, instead of forgetting to do it and doing it towards the end. Something about, you literally just wrote something about liking the video and clicking the bell. So
you said you'd wing it.
I'm winging it. Right. So there are starving anime weebs all across America, and they will be left wanting, unknowing of what anime to digest. And you know, here we are providing the solution to their problem, letting them know what amazing shows there are out there. And all it requires you to do is to hit the bell and hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, letting the algorithm know that this is the show that, you know, all those starving anime weebs need to have. Right. And additionally, last but not least, we also accidentally released last week's episode a day late, purely because we lost track of the days. It was Friday. I'm like, wait a second, did we release the episode? And it turned out, whoopsie doopsie. So yes, we will aim not to do that anymore. So cool, right? So that is it for the housekeeping, and we're going to move straight into the episode. So. What?
Stall for a minute. Stretch.
I gotta stretch it. So we're gonna be talking about some of the amazing shows.
Well, before we actually just do a particular one, why don't you tell me how you're feeling this season as a whole? Are you enthused by this season? Do you feel it's lacking? You know,
I like this season more than last season. There's, like, in general, there's more overall nice shows to enjoy of this season.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying.
That's hard.
It is really hard. I'm really enjoying Arknights. I'm really enjoying Akiba Maid Wars, Chainsaw Man, Reincarnated a Sword. Oh no! What am I talking about? What's called Witch from Mercury. I mean, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I disgust me.
Did you watch that video I linked you?
No. You threatened it with spoilers. It was like, oh, this is 100%
spoilers. It's guesswork.
I don't know. There might be some
leaky guesswork. I'm gonna have to talk
guesswork
about it here. You know.
Well,
it's not leaky guesswork. Trust me, if it was actual spoilers and leaks, the bloody Reddit would be all over it. Reddit is exploding after episode 6. Oh, right. The theories. I'm going to go into them in this. Let's just do this whole episode of your list. Mercury spoilers. What is it? Mine?
It's not in your list. It's in
that's on my list. That's fine. You're welcome. It's on mine. You're welcome.
Anyway,
you're welcome to just barge in and yes.
Good. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
So before we continue on and give Loz the floor, we're going to talk about the shows that we have dropped. So Nasuth has dropped The Human Crazy University, Tatami Time Machine Blues, Tiger and Bunny, and The Legend of Mana, the Teardrop Crystal. I think Loz picked it up briefly.
It literally was in a tab to watch yesterday. I just didn't get a chance to. I'm actually behind. I've just spotted actually.
You're not missing it on.
I started watching Immoral Guild, right?
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. So, like, both Loz and I have dropped Immoral Guild.
I couldn't get past one episode. I was just like, what is this? I was like, oh god, I cannot stand more. I was like, oh god, what is this show?
This
like, normally, some isekais and fantasies, I'm all for that. I love it. I want to know. Oh, I like this one here. I was like, what's going on here? No, but I was like, But then it's just nothing. I can't stand it. It was just so nothing.
I will say though that Immoral Guild is still better than Jahi. Right. That's a look.
Jahi, I don't know. Some bits I like.
I don't know. We watched. I mean, how many episodes did we watch, Nasuth?
I think I watched 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah, it's the same joke every fucking time. At least this one actually introduces other characters.
I did go into 2 seasons, so maybe it did improve. I'd like to maybe I'd like to go back and see it. Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway, so yes.
While I did drop 4 shows, I did also pick up 1. I picked up the Eminence of Shadow. Eminence in Shadow. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Loz and I are in solidarity on this one.
Oh, fuck off. Right. So let's move on. Loz, pick your first show.
Xena, say it.
Oh, fuck. Okay, fine. I am Atomic.
Atomic.
Okay, let's start with let's go by Hero Academia. Let's get the big popular thing out of the way. It's because I've got probably the most to do. Though I'm actually behind on Farm, so I'm not going to talk about that this time. I talked about it enough last time. But anyway, My Hero Academia. So this is so weird. This season is just a movie almost. It is still the what? Do you remember I told you it was like all the heroes fighting all the villains? It's still going on. The fight is just this is just episode after episode of the same fight. And I'm not talking like Dragon Ball Z style with like standing still doing something. No, things are happening. People are dying. Honestly, like killing people off. Whole towns are exploding. I don't get how this isn't the final climactic fight, but I'm not sure where the manga is to where we are on the anime. I don't know how many seasons ahead, but this is just like, at the moment, it really feels like no holds barred. Villains are dying. Main villains are dying. Main heroes are dying, and it's just yeah. I mean,
So how would you rate it?
If you've gotten to this point in My Hero Academia, which I'm going to say you have at this point, you're gonna. Well, for someone who's been watching My Hero Academia, of course you're going to be a must-watch for this. But for everyone else, I want to go with Acquired Taste. I don't want to get. No, obviously, just so people don't know, if we say this point, we have a 5-point. Yeah, you can push it. Neza. We have a 5-point system. That doesn't mean bad. Acquired Tastes are actually our second highest award. So must watch, Acquired Taste, nothing special, and then pass, and then finally I asked for poop. So that's like a 4 out of 5 is what I'm basically giving this here. I don't want to mean it's
Acquired Taste is essentially, if you like that genre, you're probably going to like it.
Exactly. Yeah. I think there are some shows which are just like it's a must win, no matter what your tastes are. Like there are some must wins out there, but I could Acquired Taste. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, and this Rabbit Hero,
but you are enjoying it.
She's getting mangled. It's got my interest. But it's one of those. It's one of those times. Yeah, no, it's good. It's got my interest, and the first like 2, I think like episode 2 or 3, I was like, oh god, I'm just clicking through this. I can't be bothered. But then when it all starts kicking off, because it's just one long fight. This is, I think, we're in episode 6 now, and we're still just this. We're still just doing this, and I want to know what happens next time. I'm like, oh my god, and then the next. How are they going to resolve this thing in this fight? So I don't know. I'm still going to keep going and resolving the issue, but it's just I'm just going to have to wait to the end and tell you how I feel about the end, because it's just literally one massive slog of a fight. The villain is killing people. The villains are killing people. Like, I don't want to say names or anything or spoilers, but just like, name people, maybe one on screen, just died. Just died.
Does it feel like they're waiting? Like, so you know how in Made in Abyss they turned the first season into a movie? Yeah,
2 movies, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel if you're going to say you could have turned this into a movie. This
is that what it feels like with what they're going for? Like they're waiting for the end of the season.
It's hard to say because I'm watching it one bit of a time, but no, things are happening, and it's like it's just one climactic fight, and it's trying to give time and justice to everything. At the same time, I do this last episode they just killed off some more people, and I do feel, sometimes in previous seasons you're like, oh no, we're okay, and then all of a sudden somebody gets a bit of concrete thrown at them and they're dead, and it's just like,
So it's not slow because it's actually slow. It's slow because there are too many characters to focus on.
Oh, there's loads of focus characters. I wouldn't say it's slow. No, not the like episode 2 or 3 or one episode 1, 2, and maybe 3 was feeling slow because they were just like setting up the edges of the battle. But the battle is in full force now. It is not slow right now. No,
things are happening. It's just that they have to keep shifting between.
No. There's two fights kind of going on at the moment, and even that now doesn't fit. There's two areas where they've attacked. The heroes have attacked, and it doesn't feel slow or like skipping between them. It's right now it feels really good. My only issue is that it's like, how are they the bad guy's clearly going to win in the next episode, and it's like, and they did that. Oh, okay. Some of it's bad, but yeah.
Do you think that this is like an attempt to just cull some of the heroes by the author? Just like
no, I think this is the author. At some point, you set up all these characters that people like. You keep some of them going for a few seasons, so you can get the merchandising, and so people can become popular. And you're like, right, well, I need to make my show have some credibility, unlike Bleach, and kill off. And so, right, this is an actual proper fight now, so people die, and it's like, and it doesn't feel. Most of it doesn't feel just like, and they die. Just there's just one character who's jumping at something to. Like one of the main teacher heroes, and then I didn't spot those people there, and they chucked some concrete at my face, and then I fell down, and I'm dead now, or I'm about to die. I looked it up on the wiki; they're dead.
Wait, are you not watching Bleach 1,000-Year War?
No, I'm gonna wait to the end on that. Anyway, that's it though. I'll wait to the end. I'll let you know. Let's move on.
Right, Nasuth.
Oh gosh, jeez. I guess I'll take Housing Complex C first, actually. Let's get that one out of the way. So this one was initially a must-watch when I'd only seen the 3 episodes.
I feel we should laugh more.
Yes, this is the time when we throw our heads back our heads and laugh. Yes. And I was expecting a full season. And I think even if it had been 6 episodes, it might have still worked. But it was only 4 episodes. There was only 1 more episode after that, and I have to give it a pass. I almost want to give it a poop.
What?
I know it went from must watch to just.
Don't bother.
It fell apart. It
did it not resolve itself? What happened? He's broken.
It pooped. Loz, it pooped.
It pooped.
The first 3 episodes are really well paced. They set up this lovely mystery. You've got this eerie feeling, like sort of you know how Silent Hill does the whole really deep psychological stuff. Okay,
no.
You've got this like an old power in the town, and somehow it's been tapped into, and so weird things are happening. Right? That's all set up in this show really well in the first 3 episodes, and then there's just 1 episode to try and resolve everything that they've set up. 1 half-hour, 1 24-minute episode to try and resolve everything, and there's just no way. They try to do too much, so they can't give everything the room it needs to be focused on. Some of the characters aren't even set up at all. Like, there's the actual antagonists are finally revealed in the 4th episode, and it's like, but you've done nothing to earn being who you are. We haven't been able to. We, the audience, have had no clue about this. But you're supposed to be this horrible, nasty villain. People,
So, when I was talking to Nasuth off screen, this is a production that's worked on with Adult Swim. Adult Swim, yes. Who is owned by Cartoon Network, who is also owned by Warner Brothers.
It was Production IG for Adult Swim. So it's even a production, Production IG is usually really good.
Yeah, but they're the studio, right?
Yes.
But the whole point is that if they've been subcontracted by Adult Swim to do the production, right? And Adult Swim was swept up in the whole Discovery Warner Brothers merger. I'm wondering if basically Discovery in its we're gonna kill off loads of things may have turned around to end this now. Wisdom.
Yeah. Because again, even if it had just been 6 episodes, I think they could have done it. You have the first 3 episodes as build up, and then the second 3 episodes as your climax or your your climax and resolution. but 4 episodes just wasn't enough. I think part of it was that they also wanted to do it. They did it in October, so they wanted to do like a Halloween thing. But yeah, it just the last episode just falls apart.
Yeah,
it doesn't even limp over the finish line. It doesn't get to the finish line.
It just fell over and pooped its pants.
They could have had all this cool stuff about really like an old elder god that's beyond human understanding. But they tried to do that, but it didn't deserve it. It didn't earn it. It didn't earn it.
So was it Mr. Jenkins, the groundskeeper, dressed up as the poltergeist that was doing it all?
No, it was the little girl who had a mother that never was on screen, but she kept talking to her all the time, and yeah.
Okay.
Apparently the house complex had been stuck in the year 2000 for 20 years because of her. But you only find that out. There's like no clue about that until they just flat out tell you in the last episode.
So wait, are they not aging?
No, they're not aging. She's keeping them all frozen. They're living the same year over and over again.
Wow, that really sounds like they've screwed the pooch on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If there'd been any clue at all, that would have been cool. But no, they just have to tell you. We've been stuck here for 20 years. I think I just unplugged my microphone.
No, you're fine. We can hear you.
Oh.
Okay. Right. Should we move on to the my first one?
Sure.
Cool. Right. I am going to move us on to Golden Kamuy, which is one of the ones that I'm watching. I have watched the first 3 seasons of this. I'm watching the 4th season.
Actually,
what?
Hang on. Do you mind if we quickly pause?
Yeah, go for a pause.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, I get to talk about Golden Kamuy now.
Wait.
Oh,
where did Craig go?
God.
Where did Craig go?
Just type it in. Just type it in, and let me talk about Golden Kamuy. Nasuth is doing everything within his power to prevent me from talking about Golden Kamuy.
Apparently.
Right. Okay. So this season is thus far nothing special.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a disappointment. They spend a lot of time on characters that are superficial to the narrative, and it's only in the last episode that and annoyingly there wasn't one today, right? So on the day of recording there should have been an episode and there wasn't one, and I'm like, ugh. But the last they're doing weird superficial shit. Like, they're getting to the point now where they should have all the MacGuffins they need in order to complete their objectives, but they're a bit all over the place, right? And they spent an entire episode playing around with a film camera. So, okay, so we're just gonna have old iNews stories, and it was dumb. It wasn't great.
I mean, I like that stuff, but it was never the sole focus before. It sounds like that's becoming the sole focus.
Well, part of the problem is that they're trying to be clever with the narrative and things, but they're spending time on characters that just I don't care about. It feels like it's written. It's at that point in the manga where the author's like, I want to talk about anything else apart from the main characters. So they go and make narratives based on characters that have such pointlessness in their existence. It would be much nicer if the characters sort of met up and then were told the story. Not just, oh yeah, you know those characters that you really wanted to hear from? Yeah, we're going to talk about Krillin. We're just going to have an episode on Krillin now. A brilliant, perfect example was the Garlic Jr. saga. Oh, right. God, did I want that to fucking end?
Yeah.
I think it was only 7 or 8 episodes, but still, I wanted the fucking thing to just end. Because, Christ, where's Goku? That's all I fucking care about. And that is the same problem here. So, you know, you're hearing about characters that, yes, they've been in since season 1, but, you know, they've not they're sub-characters. They're the equivalent to stormtroopers with names. Not clone troopers, just stormtroopers with names. And you don't care about them. But, yes, they're putting a lot of emphasis on those. I would probably say that if you've watched the first 3 seasons of Golden Kamuy, you probably just want to wait until this season's finished and then binge watch the whole thing in one go. The first
maybe once the dub comes out.
Maybe, but the first 3 seasons are really, really good. This 4th season, it just feels like it's hitting that point in every Shonen Jump manga where it's just like,
Maybe they're building to something. Maybe one of these background side characters is secretly, you know, in charge of an organization that's fighting a cult. Sorry, I'll stop. I'll wait. Sorry.
You seem to be having some kind of mental breakdown there, but it's honestly it's not going well. But I'm just gonna hand over now, unless you guys have any questions.
So is it that there should be interesting things going on, but we're just wasting time over here, and that it will probably get back to being good? It's just this season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just this season, because they're trying to make this whole poignant emphasis on the relationship between Sugimoto and I can't ever pronounce her name. A Sherpa, right? And they're trying to like really emphasize their relationship, and they're trying to stress it and things like that, and it's really cool. But the problem is they're stressing it by not talking about it. They're trying to create this artificial chasm between the 2 characters, but as a result it's just like you're filling that chasm with boring shit. So yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. I hope it gets better by the end of the season, but thus far it's nothing special.
That is a
Loz,
shame.
what do you wanna? Let's move on to your next one, Loz.
Okay. So what's my next one?
What do you want to talk about next?
Where's my list?
It's there.
Is that my list? Is that all there is?
Scroll up a little bit.
Oh, okay. The Farm Skills one I'm actually an episode behind, so I don't want to talk about that one, but I wasn't much impressed with it. Anyway, I will do Spy X Family. I'll keep them quick.
Spy multiplied by family.
Spy multiplied by family. Spy X extra family. For my background images to appear. They are not.
They should.
Oh! I know what happened. It's because I had to bring Craig back in, and yeah, okay. You know how it goes.
So obviously, this is one of the things I've worried with season 2, and obviously I know Xeno's not watching it, and kind of for this reason. So the show has the second, I think,
part. It's part 2. Yeah, core.
Sort of core.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before, but sort of the second part is what we used to say is appearing now. But anyway, so it have the bomb arc, which is the first 3 episodes, which is amazing, and then we've descended into short stories, and some of them are just annoying. I knew they were coming, and I thought maybe they would shake things up like they did in season 1, which was really great. I don't feel they have. I don't mean it's bad. The show has great animation. If you're seeing them for the first time, I'm sure the jokes will be hilarious. But some of the things were good. Like there's this bit where there's a fake spy who's trying to edit the exam results, just as our main character is also trying to edit the exam results.
Yeah.
And that animated was better than in the manga. However, in the next episode, which I think is the current episode, we've had. I didn't really like this episode because you basically have the same arc twice, 2 side stories on episode 6, which is there's the character who actually was changing the grades of another person in the school, thinks his dad's company's going to go under, and it's a misunderstanding. So then, actually, they're still going to school, right? And then you have a second arc where
Nasuth's fishing for a rating.
Yes.
I'm gonna drop it down to nothing special.
Oh wow, okay.
It's this 6th episode really did it for me, because they just put 2 things together, which is these could go at any point. They don't really need to be in the same order. And this episode 6 could have found some other swaps about some of the stories, or even made their own short story. I would have loved that. But so in episode 6, the first short story is the kid who thinks his dad's company's going under, so he wants to get rid of Damien, whatever, by changing exam results, which is a carry on from the previous story with the spy, which was hilarious. But then the second half of the same episode is Yor thinks Anya has forgotten her P kit and then has to take it into school, and it's just like, so you have an entire episode which is 2 arcs.
Wait, is that episode? That's not episode 6, is it? Is there a 7th out?
Am I on 7? I don't know. I swear I watched the latest episode. Shit.
That might be 7. I don't remember that.
What? Spy.
You know, are you up to date on
Yeah,
it?
it's part 7. Yeah, it is 7.
Okay.
I think it is 7. I've watched it.
That's cool. That's fine. That's fine.
What were you gonna ask?
Yes, it's 7.
I was gonna ask if you were up to date on it too. I know you were
I'm not
thinking about watching
try
it.
and hold it at 6. I'm gonna say it's 7.
Yeah.
And it's not just that. I mean, I think after the bomb arc finishes, which is just great. Bomb arc is exactly what the show is supposed to be. It's so good. It's exactly that's what I want this show to be the whole time. You have all 3 characters doing different things, having their own issues that come together. That's why I liked in the last season the Penguin episode, which I thought was kind of like the bomb arc. Not as good as the bomb, but it's kind of like if you had to try and do that in one episode, give everyone something to do in one episode, which is kind of cool. But then you've had just just quite a lot of gnaws since then, because there's obviously points in the manga where it's doing all these little side stories, and they're just not as good. They're just like, you have like the scruff guy wants to get a girlfriend. You have, and the 7th episode then is what really did it for me. This because it's the 2 arcs of the episode are the same thing. It's a misunderstanding, and then there's a lot of hijinks, and then actually it wasn't what you thought. And I'm like, it's just putting those 2 together. It's like,
I don't remember the P kit thing as in the manga.
Ooh, I can't. It's been a while for me. I might have to reread it.
I don't remember that at all.
If that's the case, that's even worse. So Anya's late to go to school, and then she's late getting to school. They get her into the thing. Lloyd goes off to work, and then comes into Anya's room, finds her P kit on the desk, and then makes it her mission to go bring the P kit to Anya at school.
I don't remember that at all.
It might not be in the thing at all, but it's just like maybe so. Maybe it's because I was annoyed because it just felt like the same thing twice. Because I could see I'm gonna have to look at that in the manga again. But at the same time, from the start of that second half of the episode, things you've already had a misunderstanding as the first arc. You just know it's gonna be misunderstanding again. I didn't. If it isn't in the manga, it's annoying because at first I was like, oh. And I actually clicked in the episodes, misunderstanding, because I just knew it was going to be. So if that isn't in the manga, that's even worse. Because I'm just like, Anyway, I'm hoping though it can recover. It's got 5 episodes left, but at the moment I don't know, can't think of what the big arc next is in the manga to have it should want to try and end on like the bomb arc, which was great.
Has she done the
Midterms?
No, not that. The work placement.
No.
Then why the fuck are they putting it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe it'd be great. Maybe even they're going to come up with their own ending arc story. That would also be good. And I know that they can. I don't know if this is that. Maybe, but I know that they can expand on the stuff like they did in season 1 with the castle, which was amazing. A great addition to that, made it better than the manga. And maybe they could do their own for the end of the season, because it's just like, I mean, there's so much more manga here to go through anyway. So they could do more seasons. There's no rush.
Yeah.
But anyway,
right. Let's move on. Nasuth.
Goodness, let's go ahead and get Arknights, shall we?
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Look, you're welcome to talk about it with me. It's fine. It's fine.
No.
What did I rate? I rated this acquired taste. Because while it is really good, I think you have to. Yes, yeah.
Just to point out, this has only had 3 episodes.
Yes, it has only had 3 episodes. This is not a full 6-episode review. It's only had 3 episodes. The reason I say it's an acquired taste is because I think you have to be able to enjoy that sort of RPG setting. There are a couple of things that really bothered me, like the parts system. The fact that it was just like an AI, like they build up the Doctor as this amazing person who's got this incredibly tactical mind, and then the AI in the parts system seems to do most of the work, most of the heavy lifting.
Well, the problem is that Arknights is, from what little experience I have playing it, it's a tower defense game with a really good plot, and you can't really do a tower defense game
as an anime.
It's just like, quick, everyone, stand at your key positions and shoot the dudes.
But
it's just like.
But essentially, so the setting of this world is that there is this strange disease that slowly turns people into crystals. I can't remember what the crystal is called. It's like Originium or something like that.
I think it's Orpheum or something.
What?
It is kind of, yeah.
Okay.
with a lot of talking, apparently.
A lot of talking.
And so these people were discriminated against and shunned from society. And so they formed a group to... Initially, they were fighting for their rights, you know, to be equal. And then they kind of went overboard, and now they're almost like a terrorist organization that's working to topple governments.
Reunion.
Yeah, they're called... Yeah, that's the name, Reunion. And so people that the crystal that they're turning into is also formed naturally in the world for reasons.
So just to...
It's not fully explained.
Sorry to derail a little bit. I think this is kind of important. This is an alternate world setting. This isn't Earth. This isn't you know, you don't find
You've
France,
got animal people,
you don't find Italy, you know, you don't find America. Like the whole setting is completely like there's so many things that would make you think, oh well, the infrastructure, like the buildings, the televisions, everything looks like real modern day world. It's just completely fictitious, right? It's so different. We don't even know where the animal people come from. We think they're just like, oh, it's just part of this world.
It's like having elves or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
You just have bunny people. So they can use magic. The people that are turning into crystals can technically use their own bodies to create more magic, to amplify the magic, but like that increases the disease. But there's a group of, so you've got the bad guys, you've got Reunion, and then you've got the good guys, you've got Rhode Island, which is who we're following. They're our protagonists, and they are working to try and find a cure to the disease. But in the meantime, they're also trying to stop Reunion and the normies from fighting each other. Which is...
can't remember what the normies are called.
Yeah. And we're introduced to this world through them rescuing somebody from cryosleep that they just call the Doctor or Doctor.
I don't think it was an operation, wasn't it? It was a surgery. They performed the surgery there, and they had to get them out.
No, I'm pretty sure. Well, it may have been a surgery initially, but I'm pretty sure they were in cryostasis, which is why they lost their memories.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a side effect to whatever procedure put them, you know, the cryosleep did. But anyway, so they're trying to get out of the city. They're being attacked left and right by members of Reunion, and for the most part, it's pretty good. But then there's like a couple of things, especially in the third episode, that are really like, what is going on?
Yeah.
They're making an escape, and one of the bad guys corners them and is like, "Oh, I've been waiting so long to talk to the Doctor. Oh, you're right here. Bye. I'm gonna leave you. Bye. Have fun. Bye." I mean, these people are on the back foot. You know, they're really demoralized. They've been just through a big battle, and they could easily be taken. And she's just like, "Bye. I'm leaving now."
I was like, what? What's going on? Yeah, I get where Nasuth's coming from. I think artistically it's animated really, really well.
Yeah, the animation is beautiful.
The background settings and everything are lovely. The series tends to like to just hang on random background settings more than anything. Like the number of times you see, and here is a table, and here is a chair next to the same table. And
what?
Here...
That's how they save their budget for the actual, like, good animation.
Yeah, they tend to do that. But the series is still good. I'm still enjoying it. I don't know what else to say really. I would say this is an acquired taste.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
We'll see how it goes because it could just pull a housing project. Housing complex C and just end next episode.
I do like the setting. It's not super futuristic, but not like.
Okay, here's the best thing about this setting, right? Which was explained in the third episode.
Mobile cities. Oh god.
It is. It's the mobile cities. So basically, there's the catastrophes that happen. Catastrophes appear in different manners.
It's whenever this stuff is collects enough in one place, it creates a catastrophe. Yeah.
Yeah, so the catastrophe, like in one region, could be like falling meteors, right?
Or earthquakes,
or blizzards, or whatever. And at the end of the catastrophe, this stuff grows on the ground. So they avoid. They can predict where this stuff is going to land, where these catastrophes are going to happen, like a weather system. And they have mobile cities, so they just move the city out of the way. But during the events of the third episode, the Reunion decided to leave the city in the way, right?
Yeah, so I think there was a comment in the second episode that that lady that they were fighting in the third episode was disabling the tower. Yeah.
Right. That's basically it. So like this really cool thing of the world setting is that these cities cannot remain stationary because if a catastrophe hits it, it really fucks up the city. So I really like that. The concept of a
moving city is so silly but so cool as well.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is so goddamn stupid. Along the lines of an orbital elevator stupid, but so goddamn cool at the same time.
Yeah. There's other things with moving cities. I mean, you've got...
Oh, yeah.
What is it called?
I think even in...
Mortal Engines? Yeah.
But there's also...
I think Final Fantasy VI even had one.
Yes. It was submerged, though. It was a city. It was a castle, one city.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, what was it? Oh, what's Darling? What show is that?
Darling and the
Franxx?
Darling and Franxx. That was all about moving cities.
Yeah. Oh, those
I still need to watch.
No, it wasn't. No.
I only remember.
No, because they would meet up with other cities. Or basically, humanity lived in nothing but these giant turtle moving cities.
I don't remember any other cities.
Didn't Megaton Musashi also turn into a moving city?
Megaton. Yeah, they had to. I don't know. I do have to pick that up again at some point.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yes,
No, you don't.
But they were talking about we're gonna have to move the city.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like all the cities could form up into a giant battle. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
The reason why I have to watch it is because it reminds me so much of Macross 7. There's so much Macross 7 in it. It's so stupid. But Macross 7 is just so much better as well.
Right, let's move on. So my next one is I stole off Loz. I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
Yeah.
I have not watched the latest episode that aired on Sunday, but I'm very sure I've watched 7 episodes of this. I really enjoy this series. What?
Isn't it? There's been 8 episodes then?
I think so.
Wow.
Because it aired the first day of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm really enjoying the series. I am going to give this certainly a acquired taste. If you like isekai shows, if you like just fast-paced shows with decently formed characters, I actually just really like the show. It's a really good isekai. It's not the best. It's not perfect. But I'm enjoying it enough to just keep watching it.
Oh.
What?
I don't want to spoil it.
Is it episode 8?
Yeah, I remember how episode 8 ends.
Right. So, I mean...
I was going to say, it has gone down a bit in my mind, because it has... I think it was like 3 or 4 episodes. They do the first game or whatever, and they achieved what I thought was going to be... It was a 4. What they were going to do in 12 episodes in 4. And I was like, wow, this show's moving quick. And I do feel that the school arc has been a little bit... It's not as good.
I can kind of agree with that, but at the same time, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah, I like the hijinks. The hijinks.
I mean, there was the other Otome game series. I can't remember what it was. The guy that wanted to be a background character, and it was just like the one that the guy had, like, he went and stole like all the legendary equipment because he knew where it was.
Not just legendary equipment, the DLC content, because he knew where it was because he bought it and he knew where the quest was going to start.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like that.
I didn't mind it as much, but I didn't finish it. I got bored.
Oh, okay.
But this one I'm enjoying all the way through. And I'm hoping that there's going to be a third and final act, which is like, this is the third game. I never played the third game. And they have to sort of like wing the whole thing.
I don't think it's going to be a third game, but I think that's what it's going for, seeing as, obviously, I'm not going to spoil what happens, but then the school stuff gets resolved, which then is like 4 episodes for the first game, 4 episodes for the second game, and leaves them 4 episodes for whatever they're going to do the next thing, which is like, oh.
Yeah. The animation isn't perfect, but at the same time, it's not subpar. It's fairly decent. I'm enjoying it. I love the characters. I love the interactions. I love the fact that it obeys by its own rules. So one of the events in the early in the season, is the Villainess. She ends up upsetting the Demon Lord, and the Demon Lord starts to sulk, and as a result, it's pissing it down with rain, and she has to appease him so he stops sulking. Yeah. She does the exact same thing in the second act, and I don't know if she immediately realizes what she's done, but does eventually realize, and as a result has to appease him again so he would stop causing it to rain. Torrential.
I like that. Yeah, I completely forgot that his mood affected the weather, and then all of a sudden it's to do with like they have spent some time apart, and he sends her this letter of like, you know, I'm missing you so much and things. They are engaged at this point, and then she doesn't. She's doing something which he doesn't want to let him know about, so she just sends like a very curt email that's like, "Thank you for your letter," and then so he gets upset about it, and then she has to send him another letter. I thought it was good. I completely forgot that happened, and then obviously it remembers its own continuity, which is good.
Yes, which is really good, because there's so many times like you watch a series, it's just like, wait a second, but you said earlier you can't do that, and like So I'm happy with this series. I'm enjoying it. And I hope others do too. It's one of the better isekai shows this season.
I would say it's not groundbreaking, but it's fun.
No, it's not groundbreaking, but it's at least...
The one to compare it against is I'm the Villainous,
which I haven't seen.
Which does do 2 seasons, and the second season isn't quite as good as the first season. It's still, I wouldn't say it's not as good as that, but it's still good. It's still fun. It's not terrible, but it's just,
The problem I had with I'm the Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom is I didn't like the fact that it started when she's a kid. I love the fact that this one starts when shit's hit the fan, sort of thing, when the doom has happened, effectively.
It kind of plays into the different characters. This character in this one is more on the ball and she's adaptive, whereas the other one, it's interesting to see how she knows the doom is coming, and she's like, okay, it's all these years away and I'm a kid, so she does things to prep for that, and basically as a kid completely undoes it without even realizing. But the character in that is kind of, in a fun way, doesn't realize like how much everyone already, by the time she's nad out, no one's gonna, she's worried about being abandoned the whole time, but no one is gonna abandon her. They're all in love with her at that point anyway, but she's still like, oh my god, my doom is coming, and it's her not realizing it is the fun bit of it. Whereas the character in this one is so much more the master planner. She is on the ball at all times, which is good, which is interesting. And I won't spoil it for Xeno because he hasn't watched this current episode, but I think the last 4 episodes could be interesting, so we'll see.
Loz, what's your next one?
Oh, what have I got left? Okay, I'm not doing farming. Done Spy. I got Beast Tamer, Bibliophile Princess, and Management. Okay, I've not got. Okay, I'll do Bibliophile Princess.
You gonna do that one?
I don't know why I picked this up. I've been watching.
I don't know. I watched it. I'm like, what? Sorry, I didn't watch it.
Why did you pick it up?
I got the screenshot, so I was just, what the fuck is this?
So I trying to at least one show a season is pick something which I wouldn't normally watch. That's how I started watching My Dress Up Darling, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So trying to push myself out my comfort zone, and also this is probably the only thing I think on our entire list is not shonen in any way. It's just I don't even know what to watch. At the same time, some parts of it I find really appealing. I didn't know this is my first time talking about this show.
Yes.
Okay, this show is very weird. This show is about this girl here. He's hovering for a button.
What would you rate it?
I'm gonna go with nothing special.
Nothing special.
But I'm not. If you enjoy this sort of stuff, I'm sure it is an acquired taste for you. But I personally don't find there's even that much in it. It's just like if you want to see pretty boys and pretty girl, and only like meager hijinks, like very meager-esque stuff, and it's just and oh god,
really?
At the same time though, I'm at this last episode or two, I feel I'm tempted to go back and build a spreadsheet though at the same time. You better care about all your pretty boys and your pretty girls in this show, and remember all the interactions and the kingdoms and things, because this show ain't going to help you remember.
So it's a soap opera.
No, at the same time, no, it's just focused on her. It's so weird. This girl is part of a family who is really smart people. They be really smart, and they love sitting in the library and just reading books all day. But they're like super smart. They could take over the kingdom with their smarts. They're super smart, and it's a bit out of order because we get there's a prince who is her fiance. But at first she thought he wants to be his fiance, so he doesn't get marriage applications all the time, and neither does she. So it's just that she can sit in the library and just chill, and then he can just do whatever he wants. But it actually turns out he's been in love with her the whole time, and she didn't realize. And he's like the prince of the kingdom, and you think that, like, okay, I'm going to say that it's like about dealing with him and all the issues with the kingdom, but that doesn't really come into like episode 4 and things. There is one episode when you think there's this girl who's going to try and steal him away from her because she keeps thinking it's a fake engagement, but it really isn't the whole time, and then she actually comes to like him. And then he's got he's got a personal knight and a personal advisor, and they're all, I don't know the term for it. Is it Bishojin? Is it Bishojin?
Bishojo.
Yeah, Bishojo. They're all pretty boys. They're all pretty boys.
But no, it's Bishonen, I think.
Bishonen. I know Gundam Wing was that kind of thing. I think
Bishojo is girl and Bishonen is boy.
I should learn.
Yeah.
Someone correct us. I'm sure we'll have to.
Let's get on the Duolingo.
I'm not that far at the moment. I'm ordering apples and and I want that one and that one.
Well, at least we won't be hungry in Japan with that.
No.
Yes.
But all I can do is just hold up. I'm not great at speaking it. Anyway. So this is a weird show. It really is. Some episodes it's like, and like I say, the hijinks are really low. Like they go. Eventually, he announces that he does want to marry her, and it's like, okay, and we're going to move forward. That's the step forward. She's like, oh, really? Oh, at the same time, she makes offhanded comments that seem to make massive changes in the kingdom, because she's like, oh, by the way, did you know we could make this sort of weave of material, and then it becomes really popular because she brings it back. And then the time they go out to, what is it? They go out to a bookstore that's like this traveling, gypsies that sell books, and they come to the kingdom, and she's always wanted to go, so they go in disguise. And then they find some kids who's stealing some books because one of the people of the kingdom has told them to steal some books. And then one of the kids was told by their mum that, oh, your dad is actually a blue-eyed knight. And then he mistakes the prince to be his dad. And then the girl's like, oh, maybe is the prince this kid's dad? And you're like, there's no way. You don't get
old enough.
No, they're like, there is a time he came a few years ago that could have done it, but at the same time, it's like she just doesn't. She's so dense to realize he is so smitten with her. He went to the carnival years ago, to try and find her a book because the thing, and also to ask advice from like the smart person at the carnival about how do I get this girl to like me. So he's so smitten with the bloody. She just doesn't realize, but she's like, oh no. But whole episodes go by, and I don't know why I'm watching this show. It's like. I just want, but then at the last few episodes, the oh my god, she made an off comment about grain selling and how we should buy the grain because the grain price has gone down, and that should prevent wars. But then actually there was a faction of warmongers in the kingdom with this thing, and then they're upset with that she did that for something, and that what? And I need a spreadsheet all of a sudden. So I don't know where this show's going. Honestly, I was like, what is going on? In like one episode it did this, and it went from boys stealing books and burning books and things to, and thus war was averted. But then people are upset that war was averted in the past. They are proud that they've relied on their military traditions, and even though the grain price was down and you buying the grain reduced the pressure on here, and I don't know. So yeah, this show is just, I don't know. I'm gonna finish it because I'm gonna say this is my show to watch. That's weird. That's not out of my comfort zone. But I'm just like, it's not for me, and just nothing sexual. I don't. But I'm sure if you want to see pretty girl being super smart and the prince that just bloody loves her, then yeah, you can join. There we go.
Nasuth, what are you going for?
Let's talk about the Eminence and Shadow, shall we?
Look at the pretty boy.
Shall we? Look
at this pretty boy. He's
that's some very shoujo anime flaws from the sound of it.
They are pretty.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm giving this one an acquired taste.
Must watch. Off. Must watch.
No, it's not. It's not quite a must watch, Loz.
So bad.
But it is. But it is amazing. Like, it had me so off guard the first couple of episodes. Like, so the first episode is I binged all 6 episodes at once.
Dubsify.
Right. The first episode is a complete fake out. And
I hate it so much.
It's character development.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it kind of is, but no, it's really not.
No, it's not. It's really fucking not.
But no, it's a fake out. And then the second episode is also a fake out because it's like, oh, this is just going to be your typical main character's OP. It's going to be he's gathering a harem. It's going to be one of those. And then they all leave. And they're like, we're out, we're going, we're done. We're going to do our own thing now. And then you think it's going to turn into a school anime
series.
Guy goes to magic school series, and gets involved with a tsundere, and then it's like, no, but actually we're not going to do that. She's gonna get kidnapped, and he's gonna reveal himself as the Eminence of Shadow, and which basically means he wants to be super powerful and in the darkness. He wants to be Batman. He wants to be Batman. And use his power to
wait. Sorry, no. I gotta correct you there. He wants to be Batman while at the same time actually being Superman.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. He wants to be Superman cosplaying as Batman.
Yes. Yes.
Right? It's like, I want to, I have all this super strength and super skill and super awesomeness, but I'm going to pretend to dress up like a bat.
While also having Clark Kent / Bruce Wayne as my alter ego.
Yes, he really he desperately does not want to stand out. He really, really wants to be the Shadow Organization sort of thing. But his Shadow Organization is also like out there spreading its name and gathering members because these women who he thinks were just leaving him to go do their own thing, like giving up on the silliness of a young boy's dreams. But they've actually been out there working to recruit people and build up the organization, and it's just like, what? Okay, and
I
then
still fucking hate this.
And then he goes atomic. I am.
Oh my!
Say it! Say it!
No, right. You have to explain. The mentality behind.
Oh
that.
Yes. So.
Let Loz do it. Let Loz do it. Because he's really good at.
Episode 1 is character development.
Yeah.
Episode 1, fuck off.
Showing about how he interacts with what level of power he can get, and then he gets magic. But he's always had this one fear in his life that no matter how strong he gets, even if he could beat 6 armed guards, some 6 security trained soldiers right near him with guns, he would always be beaten by a nuclear weapon. Always. There's nothing he could do. It's the ultimate force. So he's got to come up with a way to beat the nuclear weapon so that no one can ever stop him. And his solution is, I must become nuclear. So he will show you almighty power. I am atomic.
I don't understand how there should be more memes of this. It is so fucking brain damaged.
I don't understand how this isn't just the biggest.
Because no one's fucking watching it because it's so goddamn bad.
He knows he's being. Oh yes, I forgot that it turned into Attack on Titan for a minute because there are these demon things that are like actually people, but not, and so he figures out how to turn them back into people, and obviously tell the rest of his organization. But one of them gets turned into gets filled with the princess's blood, and the princess's blood is somehow connected to the demon king. DRLOz?
No, it's all females. It's all it's all females.
Oh, it's all females.
It's like,
okay.
Yeah, it's because
but the royal blood has like something special about it.
No, but it's
like more pure or something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because it's only female characters that do that weird turn into monstrosities thing.
Yeah.
The girl's blood or whatever. But then they process it and make that whatever into the pill.
The pill. Yeah. And yeah, it's just so much collateral, so much collateral damage.
Naz's point says the collateral damage is all caps.
Hilarious. Yeah, he's doing it on purpose. I like to believe he uses magic to play his own theme music.
Yes,
because as he's coming down the sewer to confront the guy, this theme music starts playing, and I'm just like, he's doing that. He's doing that himself. I know he is. And
it wouldn't be off if one of the characters, the enemies, just turned around and said, "Where's that music coming from?" You would be like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see."
Yeah. Oh, and then the princess comes back to him after he saves her, and she's like, "Can we be for boyfriend and girlfriend for real?" Because at first, it was just fake.
It's fake.
And he's like, "No, fuck it." It's so amazing. I really like the whole cult versus the shadow organization versus the kingdom in the middle, because it sets him up as a vigilante renegade. It also helps to sort of keep his power in check a little bit, kind of, maybe, not really.
No,
but it does a good framing device for why he doesn't just why this character is doing this, and you've got this win. Why doesn't he just go out and find them and win? It's like, no, because of the reason.
The problem I have with the series is the fact that, he is so fucking brain damaged, right? But no one seems to have, like, a query of, like, what's going on. It's like, whenever he turns up, none of the villains turn around and is like, who the fuck are you? Right? What's the fucking... Why?
Shadow, or is his...
A shadow. A shadow, right?
Yeah, the guy he was fighting in the sewer was like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in order of the rounds, and then he's like, what are you? Oh my god, you're beating me. What the fuck? Yeah.
No. The guy in the sewer, he goes, wait a minute, a man dressed in black.
Oh, yeah.
You've been the one who's been hindering our operations.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
No, but I want characters that just sort of, like, take a step back, like a double take of, like, what the fuck is going on right now, right? Who the fuck is this random guy that's clad in black, right? But everyone's just like, it's hold on, you guys didn't even fucking know about Shadow Garden before, right? Not at this point. At this point, like, the girls were all doing their own thing and stuff.
Yeah, they'd been hitting the cult, so that's what he was like. And they dressed in
black
too.
I acknowledge that, but I'm talking about, like, in this environment right now, when, like, what the fuck's going on? How do people, like, how has he managed to fucking pick the one cult of Diablo that he just read from a fucking bottle, right? And it turned out actually to be a proper thing.
Yes.
Right? I can't take that seriously.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, but the whole of the series is somehow taking itself... Like, I don't even know if fucking main kid guy actually knows that they're called the Cult of DRLOz.
You see, this is the key point, which I was actually going to check with Naz, because if he watched it as well. One of the key points of this show, which Naz didn't really explain, is when he starts his harem and he starts thinking he wants to spin this grand narrative with him as this sort of guy, is it? So he makes up a cult as his opponent. We must defeat the cult. And it turns out he actually randomly, even though he pulled it from a drinks bottle or a bottle of wine or something, there actually is a cult of DRLOz, and they actually the big bads of the world. But he just pulled out his ass. But for the longest time, in most of the episodes, he doesn't realize the cult exists. He's not there when, like,
he thinks that they're doing this to the girls are doing this to amuse him. To humor him.
For instance, his sister was kidnapped by, he thought, bandits. He was like, when he defeats the leader, he's like, that guy was strong for a bandit leader, or just for a bandit. When that guy was talking to the girls before escaping to where he was, they say the cult of Diablo. He's like, how do you know that name? So it's not clear if he actually has realized the cult is real. But then you get in a later episode when he's at the school and after he's just been kicked out of, they released him from they thought he kidnapped the princess.
Oh yes, yeah. They released him from his interrogation.
Alpha comes to his room and he says that they all humour me by randomly taking turns just to check up on me. And then he sets up his room in his Eminence of Shadow form and he goes out to fight the what they're doing. But then, because there's also a moment where she says like, "I'm sorry, we're only able to get like 142 people," and he's like, "What, did they get extras? What?"
Yeah,
So he's kind of confused.
yeah.
So at that point, it's clear that he thinks they're still just playing a game.
Well, there's the chocolate store with where what's her name has set up a house on top, and it's like a throne room for him, and
Does he still not realize the cult exists? That's the key point.
No, he still does. That's the point. He doesn't.
Does he?
Right?
I don't know. And then he was talking to the guy, and he's like, thingy of the rounds and things. So he's like, "What did you think? Did you think you were just?" But then he explodes half the city. So he wasn't just playing.
No, but
a game
at no
with
point
people.
in time. But at no point in time does it think he when he explodes half the city, is he actually talking? Like, does he realize he's talking to someone from the cult?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
is
he just so
the
in
Knights of the
character
Round
that he just thinks I'm playing my role and this is my role.
Yeah.
He's like, hang on a minute, was that a cult guy? What, So I'm not sure. And I think I'm not sure anymore. How
it does my head in.
He might actually be completely brain damaged at this point and not even be aware. If he can be aware of it.
I don't know why that's a question. He obviously fucking is.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I just don't know. I
don't watch. I'm just like I'm hanging on every episode now, and what the next crazy episode's going to bring.
Yeah,
each one is different. Each episode is.
Like I said, it even did Attack on Titan. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You know this is based on a mobile game, right?
I don't care.
That's brilliant. This is my second favorite because we had Rage of Bahamut, which is a brilliant anime from a mobile game. If you haven't seen that, it is so good. And then this is brilliant. Yep.
It feels a lot like a Western superhero turned into an anime.
Even then, a Western superhero would fucking recognize, like, oh wait, there are actually shady guys doing shady shit, sort of thing. Not just, I'm gonna get all the gold I possibly can, and I'm gonna dress up my apartment.
It's been hit by the Japanifying beam. You have to remember that it's been hit by the Japanifying beam.
No, this character has been hit by a truck and is fucking rained.
I love that one of his roommates is named Potato.
Oh my god. I honestly, I despair. I just can't.
It's so hilarious. Anyway, we spent 11 minutes on this.
I know, he's too stupid. Right, let's move on.
When this show finishes, if this keeps up this level of craziness by the end, we're gonna have to have a whole episode just retroactively going through this insanity that is.
It's like ghost stories, but it's supposed to be that way.
Right, I'm going to talk about something fun. Fun and enjoyable.
That was fun. Come on.
Fuck off! I hate this series so much.
I love it so much.
The more you love it, the more I hate it.
I love this too.
Right, sword. Right, so reincarnated as a sword. So I don't know if anyone's going to agree with me on this one. I actually feel that this is a must-watch. I feel that this is a isekai that anyone can get into, regardless.
I mean, I go acquired taste. I wouldn't say it's must-watch yet. Personally,
I mean,
you've given it must-watch, so yeah.
Okay, I've given it must-watch. I very much enjoy the series. I love the animation style. I love the character designs. I love, again, the abiding by its own rules, the depth to the characters, the way that the characters are very emotive, especially Fran. Fran, typical cat is very... Oh god, how do I explain this? You know how cats can be quite standoffish?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're very choosy, they're very picky.
Yeah, Fran does this when it comes down to something that the sword does, and it really upsets her and really offends her and things. And so she's being standoffish with the sword or sensei.
What? When?
In episode 7, she got a bollocking from one of the captains of the guild.
Yeah.
Because she went and fought the greater demon by herself.
She had that much of a bollocking.
Well, enough of a bollocking that she wouldn't talk to the sword anymore, and the sword had to go like, I'll make you curry. And then she sort of chirped up, and do you not remember that?
Her being that annoyed. She was just kind of like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you again, like serious. It was just kind of like...
No, it was just standoffish, like a cat.
I don't think it was that bad.
Well, anyway, right, so yeah, again, really enjoying the series. I like the world building. I like the flat out direction it's going in. I like the fact that the dungeon system, so they spend some time having a world where dungeons can just randomly appear. So one of the big things with Konosuba is that the starting area has been cleaned out of all the nasties, so there's nothing for any of the adventurers to do in the starting town of Axel. But in... Huh?
They always find something to do.
Except to...
Well, that's because they cause it, right? But in this, like, I really like the idea that dungeons will just appear out of nowhere. A monster can become the dungeon master and basically construct the dungeon for the adventurers to go and deal with. And if they don't deal with it, then the monsters gain an advantage and actually will swarm and attack the town and things like that. So again, I very much like the idea of a reason to actually do this stuff when it randomly occurs. I like everything about this series. I don't really have anything more to add to this. And I'm very keen to find out what happens in the next episode because of that cliffhanger.
Yeah. I don't... so if you want to push the spoiler button, I guess. We haven't been using that much today, I suppose. Eminence and Shadow is so ridiculous. But so the one thing I found is that we did spend a hell of a lot of time on the goblins in the dungeon. It's many episodes.
Was it? I thought it was only like 2.
It's like 4.
Oh, I swear it's only 2.
No, it's like...
Where are you starting from?
When she goes out to kill goblins.
So when she finds the goblins in the forest?
Yeah. I rewatched it recently, and I was just like, wow, we're on the goblins already. I just felt there was so much more, and it's just like, there's so many episodes about these goblins, because there's like a whole episode with the fight of the actual demon, there's a whole episode with the aftermath where they're getting the talking about it, there's a whole episode where she's fighting the Goblin King, fighting into the goblin things, then there's an episode before when she finds the goblins and they're prepping for the thing. It's like 4 episodes, it really is a whole deal. But the thing that gets me is just that I rewatched episode 1. It's like really exciting to see the progress the sword makes early on, and I still don't get. I still feel the sword by itself was stronger than with her wielding it. It could do crazy things, like so much more than she seems to have achieved yet. And I'm just a bit like, So I don't know.
So why does the sword need the wielder, sort of thing?
Yeah,
That's why I dropped it.
I'm waiting to see that. Them achieve much, like when she was fighting this thing which was like magic immune, you had to poison it down because it was the only way to kill it. It's really interesting. And then there's the giant slime you had to fight, which he basically almost crushes himself, but he killed the slime, and it's like I think that was a rank A mob or something. I can't remember, but it's like, and now there's like, oh, we fought one rank B mob, but it took her hands off at one point. It's just a bit like, okay,
yeah.
So I don't know, it's like, but now the one thing I'm interested in the show and it's moving on to is the key point with her is her evolution, which is something she wants to try and do. And at the end of the last episode that Xena was mentioning, a blue cat has turned up and is going to fight them, and I don't know if she's going to take it out really quickly. It'd be fine, but it's like the blue cat, they oppress the black cats or something, and obviously they can evolve, or something. The black cats can't. And I'm like, right, that's what I want to see this show move into,
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see, clearly.
Yep.
So, honestly, I'm just really enjoying the series. I started showing it to a friend, and they've not been able to put it down. Much like Mushoku Tensei, which is kind of a weird comparison.
Oh, it is not a Mushoku Tensei level.
No, it's not. It's not. But again,
no way.
Right.
Oh,
that's basically it. So I don't know if you want to take off the spoilers. There we go.
I forgot to. Speaking of Mushoku Tensei, I forgot to say that at points, whatchamacallit, Eminence and Shadow feels like knockoff Mushoku Tensei.
Really? No, we're not going back to it. We're not going back to it. No, we're not. No, stop. Right, we're moving on to Loz's next one.
Oh, God, give me management of a novice alchemist.
Shit, which one was that one? That one.
That one.
Sorry, so many things look exactly the same. Sorry, so many thumbnails.
This also known as Lesbians Run a Shop.
Oh my God.
I don't mean to mean. It's just, again, I'm sticking with this because it's a bit different. I know you're hovering. I'm just trying to think, really. I want to give it nothing special. I don't mean it in a mean way. I mean, once again, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. But so you got this girl. I don't think I talked about this last time. You got this girl as an alchemist, and there's there was supposed to be some interesting stuff with like her mum or her parents, and then she became an alchemist so she could get back the shop they had, which was stolen from them. But that's not coming to anything. Anyway, she spends all time becoming an alchemist. She gets her boss. She randomly becomes like the apprentice of a really great alchemist. With again, I don't mean there really is lesbian undertones of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she graduates, and she's got this little gem on her necklace, which is interesting, which is only just come into importance. That so her boss, her mentor sends her off, buys her a house that's really cheap in a place that's really far away with good resources. That the old alchemist there died, and so she then has to set up shop there, and she's trying to help the town. And then there's the daughter of the store owner, like basically becomes her best friend. They sleep in the same bed. I don't mean to mean, but they do. And then it does have some serious moments where like a character's about these two girls come in, and one's about to die because they're fighting a giant flame bear, I think it was. And then it's really quite harsh at points. Like, right, this girl's about to die, and the alchemist girl turns around and says, do you want me to save her life? Cheaply or expensively? Oh, this is a bit weird, this show. So this is weird notes. It's like, no, they're worrying about the economy of things. And it's like, well, my resources are expensive, and either I can save her life. No, it was her arm. Her arm's come off as well, and she's going to die. And it's like, right, I can either save her life, or I can like fully heal her. It's like, that's expensive. And it's like, no matter the cost. So that, but they're like gatherers of reagents for alchemists, these two. And, lost their arm to a bear. She reassembles the arm and everything, and they choose the expensive way. These two. But then they're now indebted to her with a massive, because it's so expensive, the reagents she used. And again, clearly undertones, but they're a couple. And it's just like, okay, there's nothing wrong with it.
As long as it's done naturally,
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's just odd. There's no. Yeah, in fact, the only male character I can think of is this one alchemist shop, which it's only appeared once, and he's just like trying to scam people. It's like, there's actually people's dads and the mayor and things, I guess, but just there's no named male characters, I guess. It's just not a problem, I guess, at all. But it's just feels a bit off to me, and so they just random hijinks each episode where they use alchemy to make things and then try and sell them to improve the economy of the town. It's just okay. I mean, it's a bit tricky, but the power level of the alchemist girl does seem like a bit OP, and she's got this like necklace that you think was maybe like a focus that her master gave her. Actually, turns out it's a limiter. Yeah, it's on her neck there, and it falls off, and she accidentally like blows it and makes a massive windstorm about it. It's like, oh, she's really good at alchemy, and she's having to hide her power level. Okay, so maybe they can do things with that, but it's more the story seems to want to more focus on her gaining alchemist reagents to improve the economy of the town and make things. So, for instance, they need to bring money to the town, so she can make these hats, which are cooling hats, by using bat wings of this frost bat that cools your head. But then, so that she then gets the townspeople to make random hats that she can then stick the things on. There we go. Look, I mean, she lost an arm. This show's pretty vicious at times. I mean, it really is odd. Look, arm's missing, she's near death, it doesn't pull its punches. Like, okay, I'll either sell it, cheaply save her life, or do you want me to fully heal her, but it's expensive. And it's like, wow, okay. But then like an army of the bears turns up, and she kills most. She kills a lot of bears. Anyway, so then she puts the cooling effect, the alchemy cooling effect on the hats, and then they have like a range of hats to sell. So it's like, it's quite interesting what it's focusing on the economy of the town and bringing money to the town and giving jobs to the people and things. At the same time, it's like, and we're just a group of women running a shop, but I don't sort of. It's not that I have a problem with that. It's just the way the show does it is so weird. It really is. You're watching it and you're like, now we're gonna go off and kill. God, what was the last episode? No, I missed today. I haven't seen today's episode. We're gonna go farm clams because then we can make some money back. And then one of them cooks, and then but they share about the cooking, and the chemical oven was set too high, so she had to learn how to. It's really weird. It's just really weird.
Okay then.
It's just really weird. There we go. Yeah.
It's just really weird.
It's really weird.
It's just really weird. Speaking of really weird, let's do Chainsaw Man.
You're gonna do Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man. Which I am currently gonna give a must watch because I am really enjoying the crap out of this. It's very clearly. I don't know if it's a case of the author's fetish coming through, but it is so clearly like laden with like dominant submissive relationship stuff going on. It's crazy how just blatant it is. But also the action is really good. I really love the action. I think the animation is very, very top tier. I know Xeno said he had a bit of a problem with the backgrounds are too busy compared to the manga. But I mean, at the same time, this is.
But with an anime, you can't get around that.
Yeah, exactly. This is an anime, and I think they're putting a lot of good work into that. I really don't think it detracts as much. I mean, but again, I haven't read the manga, so what do I know? I loved when Denji was fighting the Leech Demon after just fighting the Bat Demon, and all he could manage was a tiny little chainsaw. It was adorable.
Why couldn't he drink blood from the Bat Demon?
I know he did. No, he did drink blood from the Bat Demon. Like initially when he was latched onto him, his leg, he was drinking his blood.
But I meant when the Bat Demon was everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like, so just pick up a chunk and lick it. I mean,
it's really weird. It's like once they're dead, he can't get blood from them anymore. I don't. That's weird. Yeah. It's weird. But then why didn't he get some blood from the Leech Demon? The same, it's.
Yeah, that's what got me. It was like I thought he was going to do something clever like that.
If memory serves, in the manga, the Leech Demon doesn't let up, doesn't give him a chance.
Well,
it's also over a lot faster in the manga than it is in the anime.
I'm fine with that. It was a nice visual spectacle. But it helps us find out some neat things about him, like his ability to heal, to literally reattach limbs as long as they give him some blood. It's really been fun so far. I love Denji's adorable. The interactions between Denji and I keep calling him Sour Boy. I can't remember his actual name. The black-haired guy.
Top Knot.
Yeah, Top Knot. And Power. That's all really been really fun so far. I like that we learn more about Power and her motivations like relatively quickly, and the Top Knot's motivations too. Like they're not shy about letting you know what's going on here. Anything else you guys want to add?
I don't want to say anything.
No, go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead.
No, I genuinely
charge my headset.
I wanna keep my my trap shut until the end of the season.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes, for the most part.
Because why not? Why not?
Well, the problem is that I already know what's happening. I already know what's...
I mean, does it visually impress you? Is the sound on point?
The
Do you feel
visual, so voice acting's brilliant.
Amazing.
The animation's fantastic. It feels like they linger on points more in this than they did in the manga. Like they're stretching out scenes. While at the same time just quickly subverting some. I think that's down to the animation more than anything. Like, it's easier to animate slow stuff that doesn't really progress far, whereas fast-paced animation is just like, oh dear god, that's gonna burn through God knows how much cash. So I could appreciate that.
Saving it all for the fight scenes.
Yeah, I kind of... There's some parts where I just like, yeah, this is taking a lot longer than I remember it taking. Again, it could just be down to the fact that I enjoy the manga and I know where it's going to go. I don't remember how long it actually took to get there, sort of thing. So, but yeah, aside from that, it's brilliant. I love the intro. The intro has me in stitches nearly every fucking time.
And the outros are like different every time too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of them are good. Some of them are okay. You know, exactly. Yeah, I can't really think of much else to say, really. So, I'm enjoying it.
I love their relationship. Because she's so... No, go ahead.
Go.
No.
You go.
Okay, well, I was just going to explain the relationship between them. Like, she's so clearly the dominant, and then Top Knot is like the switch, and then the Denji
who's she?
Makima.
Main woman.
Denji's the good boy, and Power is the brat. You know, it's
Yes,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
One thing I will say is they did actually recapture it really well when Makima was giving
Denji his lesson.
Power of bollocking.
Oh,
no. Giving power of bollocking for destroying the kill of a civil demon hunter, devil hunter, and Power just like, oh no, Denji told me to do it, and like, what? Like they really did depict that really well. So, but yeah. Cool. Should we move on to the next one then?
What were you gonna say before? Do you remember? Do you care? No. I hope Pachito comes back. That's all I want out of life.
So, moving on to my next one, I'm actually gonna do two at the same time, actually, because I don't really have a great deal to say for either of them. So, do it yourself. It still is as it is. There's not a great deal to the change of it. I'm gonna say this is. Oh god, what do I want to say this as?
I know.
It's slice of life. It's fun and enjoyable. It actually gets on with stuff, but it's not really achieving much. I'm gonna say an acquired taste.
Wow. Okay. All right. That high.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you like slice of life stuff, you're gonna enjoy this, right? But if Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid didn't do it for you, this is not gonna do it for you either, right? But I rate Kobayashi's Dragon Maid really highly. I enjoy this a lot, so yeah. I do recommend this one to people that are into slice of life stuff. The animation art style, I did vex me to begin with because I don't like the lack of shading on things. I grew into it, so I don't mind it too badly. The plot, what little there is of it, because it's slice of life, again, is fun and enjoyable. There's not really much else to say.
Are you saying that she's small-chested? Is that what you're saying?
What?
You said the plot is very light, there's not very much of it.
Shut up. They're children, for fuck's sake.
Oh, okay,
Nasuth.
sorry. I didn't even. Okay.
Nasuth.
Yeah.
Nasuth.
Right.
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah. So there is one thing that I'm really shocked by. So one of the plot elements is that this overseas transfer school student ends up moving out of her hotel and basically is it home share, where basically you put up someone that's a transfer student in your home, things like that. I think that's what the term is. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But the transfer kid, like the transfer student, she just basically just invades this girl's home and sets up shop. They put all this effort in, and then they ask the mum for permission to do it. And it's just like, I'm pretty sure anyone else would be like, no, get the fuck out. Who the fuck are you? Like, my daughter doesn't even know you. What the fuck? So yeah, it's a very weird situation, but
you can't. It's just because they're from another place. You can't judge their cultural differences. Come on, be a bro.
And now we're going to talk about Urusei Yatsura. So
the perfect transition. You're welcome.
Yeah, good job, Nasuth. Good job. So Urusei Yatsura, it's pretty much the same as. I'm going to give this a nothing special. So the good thing about this is that one of the biggest bugbears with Ranma Half I had was the fact that it would dedicate a whole episode to just the hijinks of one character, and it's just like you could make this faster, you could do this faster and not drag it out to a full episode. That's what they've actually done with Urusei Yatsura, is the fact that the episodes are actually just two short stories combined. Sometimes the short stories do tangentially link to each other, but sometimes they don't in the slightest, and it's great. There's an overarching meta plot, so new characters getting introduced, but at the same time they do have dumb fun stories. So it's quite wholesome in some parts, it's quite Ranma half in other parts. It has its plus points, it has its negative points. I'm enjoying it, but it's nothing really to write home about. The animation looks fantastic. The voice acting is a little 80s.
So it's appropriate for the source material, but
the voice acting is certainly,
but not so necessarily appropriate for this day and age.
Yeah, the voice, the animation is fantastic. The animation is fucking on point. Yeah. Right, so one of the best things about the intro is they actually have like a contrast between the modern day approach to the animation that we're seeing in front of us now, and then sort of the more older 80s style animation, which is like, we're talking fatter lines, we're talking less detail, we're talking less fluidity in the movements and things. So it's a nice comparison to see that every single time in the intro. And yeah, so I'm enjoying it, but if I forget about it, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So now I shall hand back over to Loz.
I think my last one for this season is
Beast Tamer.
What have we got? Beast Tamer. Yeah, let's have that up.
Beast Wars. Sorry.
I wanna go. Nothing special. It has some good points, and in the early on, I probably would have given this an acquired taste. Did I talk about this last time?
No.
Right, so we've got it's not an isekai, we've got a fantasy world in which we've got a hero on a journey, and the hero has a group of people around them. There's the hero.
Sorry,
the
just to confirm, you didn't talk about it, I did.
Ah, did you? Oh, we got the mage,
yes.
We got a healer, we've got a knight, and then we've got the Beast Tamer guy. And the Beast Tamer guy brings in... He may, at the start, all he can really do is bring animals in to scout and carry things. He then kicks out the party because they think he's holding them back, which I still don't really understand. Oh no, because they have to... They do explain. Because they have to protect him in combat. He's useless in combat. I think, we don't need this guy. Even those guys, they don't seem to appreciate he is doing all of the heavy lifting when it comes to the non-combat sections of their journey. And then he goes and forms packs because it seems to be alluding to the fact that he is from a destroyed but hidden beast taming village, which seemed to have like the SS plus rolls on beast taming skills, and he seems to know all these magical secret beast taming skills, and he is the best beast tamer that ever was, and to catch them is his real quest. But no one was. Yeah,
he's the best.
And it starts out when he gets the cat there as his first, they're like supreme creatures. They're like supreme beings, basically, or races, more than like humans, because obviously they're very powerful. Like the cat is a very strong martial artist, and that's the first one he gets, and he forms a pact with her. Then he gets a dragon. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. And, if you asked me then, I would have called it an acquired taste, maybe even must watch. And then it's kind of dragged its feet, even though it was kind of getting good, where like he then the hero's party then comes back and says, we'll let you rejoin, and he doesn't, even though he seems to have a little bit of trauma in him about it, and he does beat up the entire hero's party with his team of supreme being creatures and himself, because by forming pacts with them, he has become stronger as well. And then the last few episodes, we've now got like they do agree to help the hero get a shield from this forest, and there's fairies there, and as soon as I suppose they're in the intro, so whatever, but it's just like, it just feels so convoluted, like, and now we're gonna get some fairies in the party, and I'm like, I kind of want to see them go off and explore something, whereas I know we've still got one more character to get into the party, which seems to be like is it Kitsune?
Yeah,
Kitsune.
Fox,
I think it's the last character we got. And then I just kind of want to see them go explore this world.
No, he's got to catch them all. He's got to catch them all, Loz.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But I don't know. I kind of felt that they were too quick to come bring the hero back into it, and the hero's party and him, like how he's grown and things. If they brought it in and they've kind of resolved it, I'd like to not really see that dealt with maybe in the rest of the season. I want to see him go off, and because that basically the creature's now saying, hey, why don't you become the hero? And he's like, oh well, I can't be the hero. The hero's got this like magical blood that does all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but the story he gives of like the legend of the hero, it's like, but hang on, you're getting stronger by each one of the races of us that you join with, that you make a pact with. So maybe you could be the hero. And he's like, I'll think about it. So I want to go see them explore this world, but I really didn't like how the last 2 episodes have been like about the forest and this fairy stuff, and they've got the fairies now, and I just want to. I don't want to waste time with the villain, the hero, which is clearly a villain. I want to see them explore this world. I want to see more about this world, and that's what's annoyed me.
I'll give you that. I'd echo everything Loz has said. I'm not gonna lie. I tried to watch the last episode, which is like the second half of the fairy episode, and I honestly fell asleep. I was like, yep, I got bored now. I know what's going on. Bored.
Yeah.
So I get again where you're coming from. It would be nice if the hero stuff sort of came back later in the series, not as soon as it actually has.
Too early. Yeah.
It was too early, but again, I also felt that I think it's like the second episode when he shows off his insect taming skill, and I felt that
far too much.
Like, well, not just that, but I feel that episode was a bit of a waste of space. I much preferred it when the dragon turned up. It was like, okay, yeah, the dragon was really, really good, and I swear, like the hero's party. I actually, the knight on the left here, he's actually sort of like, reprised himself, because it was just like, yes, I am good knight man now, because he actually admits, like, fuck, you're actually a lot better than we thought you were.
No, he did, but he didn't. He almost redeemed himself and got over his pride of saying, look, we need thing. Then he did. There was a bit where he, like, though he said that it was nice that he offered him back, it was like, the fact he said no, it was like, oh my god, how could you? It was like,
yeah,
it was interesting to see the switch, and it was like, oh, are they going to expand on this? It would be to see maybe conflicts in the hero's party and things, but it's still the same. It's like, ugh.
But the cleric and the cleric is the worst one. It's like, how can you have your head so firmly up your own ass?
Yeah.
Anyway, right, should we move on?
But no, my last point is going to be that the reason why I don't want them to focus so much on the hero's party continuously is I'm just getting Spider vibes.
Fair.
Oh, no.
Fair.
I just feel we're losing time, and I want to go see him go explore stuff and also not use insects to beat every problem.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, in the episode fell asleep with, he did again.
Hey.
Oh, really?
Never.
The night by distracting it with insects. They can't.
Never underestimate insects. All right.
Yeah. I know, right? Yeah.
They will outlive the rest of us.
I want to see more of the world. I want to see them go do something. I want to
see
look!
Them... Bees!
It's his solution to almost every problem is, quick, summon the bees! It really is. Which it should be fun, but it's just like, oh god, not the bees.
This combat is woefully underpopulated by bees! This forest full of bees should fix that.
So most animals, so that's the thing. Most people have the ability to tame one animal at a time. He can tame basically as many things as he wants because he's super powerful. So he can harm like he can tame a swarm of venomous bees and just like attack people with bees. And I don't get why. Why didn't he do that for the heroes party?
Yeah,
like every problem I'll solve it with bees.
Yeah. Just do it for everything. More bees. Add more bees. What's in
the cart that the heroes' party's dragging around? Oh, it's just some beehives full of bees! I've lost my bees!
Look, it's the Demon King! Let's fight him with bees!
He's allergic. He's allergic. He doesn't have his EpiPen.
Exactly.
Anyway. Right. Should we move on to Nasuth's last one?
Which from Mercury I saved the best for last.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I love Eminence and Shadow and Chainsaw Man, it's I don't think you can beat Witch from Mercury. It is a must watch. It is the must watch of the season, probably. Yeah. It's now, to be fair, the second 3 episodes they have focused a little bit more on the school stuff, and there's been like what two duels, I think.
In the last 3 episodes, yes.
Yeah. 3 duels?
Two.
How many duels have we had? We had start with Ghoul beating some rando, then Ghoul challenges Gundam.
Yeah.
Then Ghoul fights this lad.
Yeah.
And that lad fights Gundam. Okay, two.
Yeah.
No. There's a second Ghoul fights Gundam when he proposes.
Ah, there we go. Yes.
Right.
Yes, in a different suit. Yes, he does. He fights in a different. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ghouls had 3 fights. Yes.
There's been a little bit more focus on the school stuff and the relationships between the students, but you're still getting like the tensions between the Earthians and the Spacians. Although at least, so they've managed to at least bridge the gap between, what's her name, Mercury, our main character, and
Celesta.
So yeah, and the pink-haired Earth girl that was really, really giving her a hard time. Like, they've managed to bridge that gap. Choo-choo. Yeah. But, so I'm getting the feeling that while these kids are slowly making friends and bridging the gap here in school, that in the background, with the whole business stuff that's going on, the weird political stuff, there's gonna end up being a war at some point. And
it better be a fucking war. It's Gundam.
And these kids are gonna have to decide, like, either they're gonna end up having to fight each other, or they're gonna have to decide to, like, break out on their own or something. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's been really interesting. Even with the more focused on more school focus, it's still been really interesting. I think it's a really good entry point for the universe that they're building. Like, it really helps you get a ground up picture by seeing it through their eyes.
Beautiful that mech is.
Yeah, it is gorgeously animated. Maybe a bit too much focus on the duels,
more duels.
More duels.
The problem
more
is,
duels.
I want to see randos.
More music.
I want to see more duels. I want a whole episode.
More orchestral. Choir. Awesome music.
But I want duels with actual consequences, not just, oh well, you lost. Now it's you're demoralized.
No, but I want to see more.
Last episode. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's pretty big consequences there, Nasuth.
Okay, he got kicked out of their group, but he was still in the school.
No, the other one.
Oh, what?
Okay, hit the spoilers.
Yes, no, yes, no, I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, he was
pretty big consequences there, Nasuth.
That was his destiny anyway. He was never going to escape that.
Anyway.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
God.
Happy birthday.
Is that her war song?
Yes.
No, it's everyone flees. There's so many memes like everyone fleeing when Celeste starts singing "Happy Birthday." Do not be near when Celeste starts singing "Happy Birthday" to you.
But yeah, no, I don't want
to. If you go back and watch it, when God, I can't remember the name of the bride. She does say like, "Oh, don't worry, we won't get married yet till my birthday."
Is it Minori or something? I can't remember her name.
Yeah, the princess. Her. Yeah. So I don't really want to go into spoilers because I want people to experience this for themselves. You want to go into spoilers? We can go into spoilers if you want. I just want.
This is. The episode 6. What does it mean?
Oh, that's name tags. That's not spoilers. Ha.
Fucking idiot.
Lol.
Okay, so yeah, I love the show. It's great. It's a great Gundam show. I think it's doing so well. I'm so happy that it's doing so well.
It's
Gundam
really
does
good,
want to try and always. There's been a running trade that mecha shows aren't as popular as they used to be. Obviously, Gundam maybe not as big as it is, even though it's had a massive impact. So it's good to show this show. I'm hoping it's got a wider appeal. People are loving the school setting.
It's been seen as too adult before, and now they're trying to appeal to a wider audience. But it's like even though they're trying to get kids, it doesn't feel like it's inaccessible to adults. Yeah.
Yeah, they're always trying to aim for a mature show that's kids.
Yeah.
And
they just need to ramp up to the really heavy stuff.
Well, that's the question, and I'm tempted to watch a video with you guys afterwards of what did episode 6 show to you? What did it mean to you? Not to the other guy. Well, first of all, how is the other guy piloting a Gundam? I don't.
What do you mean?
Well, he's piloting a Gundam. How is that allowed?
Oh yes, yeah. They made such a big deal about hers.
Yeah,
being like, "Oh, yours a Gundam." Yeah, but his is so obviously clearly a Gundam.
So we're talking about Cloney McClone Boy.
Yes, Cloney McClone Boy.
Yeah, well, that's the question. Is he a clone or just a face swap? Because they did say about giving back his face. You don't really know.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. Fair. I feel that it is a Gundam that he was piloting.
It was. He said as much.
But they were just trying to hide it. Obviously, he wants to get his hands on Ariel because it doesn't work the same way that whatever he's using. Yeah. And potentially could extend his life.
Now, why?
Yes, the question is why.
I'll give a link. I'm going to ask for a link in the description, which is to a great guy who does Gundam videos. He does Gundam music every week, but he also does a summary of the conspiracy theories of what's going on with Ariel. And do you want to quickly explain some of it?
I'm gonna hazard a guess. Ariel may be an AI.
No, Ariel is her mother's soul. Her mother.
Her mother's the fucking president.
No, that's not her real mother.
Oh,
that's
fuck off.
Or it's an AI clone of her mother's brain. Either way.
Oh, okay, so there is a novelized official side story which has, from Ariel's point of view, that Ariel obviously is a thinking robot. That is not the issue, right?
Okay.
We take the word Ariel. We get rid of the A and the L. What we're left with.
I don't know. I can't spell anything.
Try again.
Oh. What? Right?
E-R-I?
Eri?
Oh, Eri. We get Eri. Who's Eri?
Oh.
The girl was called Eri in the prologue. Now she's just called Suletta.
Oh.
Is Ariel Eri?
So this isn't actually her first child. This is her second child.
Yeah. So at the start of this episode, this is the big conspiracy stuff. At the start of this episode, there's a line where she meets her old friends. She says like, you know, it's a bit weird to be, you know, still going on about something 21 years ago, and then gets interrupted. It's like, wait, what happened 21 years ago? What's 21 years ago?
Yeah.
Now, Eri, the prologue, we do know like the date between them, or we do know Eri, the girl in the prologue, the little girl was like 4 years old. That was like her first
at best.
birthday.
Yeah.
We know that when they go to the school, they have to be like 17. So that can't be the event that was 21 years ago. Now, if it is the event that was 21 years ago, is Suletta
then she's not
Eri?
Actually that old. Yeah.
Is that might not be Eri. That might not be Eri. When the girl, the lady with the helmet's walking off, she says, you know, my daughter won't lose. Now,
yeah.
She doesn't say Suletta won't lose. She says my daughter.
My daughter.
Now, is her daughter? Did she put her daughter in Ariel?
Yeah.
And then the next point
I was close with that with the whole mother brain, but whatever. Yeah, it's somebody's real brain.
The thinking is, you see the bit with the Gundam, and you see all the whenever Suletta. So when one of her Gumbits is going to be attacked, she says she says this another time as well. She says everyone to all of the bits. Defend the one bit. She just says everyone to do it, and then so it's like all these different bits, how all these bits functioning, and then when you see Gundam Boy gets her Gundam does a weird pulse thing. He then sees like a little girl, but then
there's like some weird laughter. Yeah.
So does every bit contain the brain of an Eri clone?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why it's everyone. That's why it's the years don't quite line up. That's why Ariel has Eri in it. And then if you go rewatch the intro to the show, and you see all this stuff with like Suletta and Eri separately, and then Eri sitting on the shoulder of Ariel and then fading away and things. And it's like, oh god, how dark is this show gonna go?
Oh god,
how dark is this show gonna go? So that's why everyone is mad that they skipped this last week, because everyone wants answers. So there's stuff to do with this image as well, with the OS in the corner. And it says before in the prologue, the OS was a number, and then it says like OS Suletta SM or something. It's in the bottom corner. It's done behind Nasuth. You can't see it. But people are like, oh no, you can just see it. Actually, no, there. Oh no. Actually, I think it is. It says version number SO or something, or something. There's something on here. There's something on one of these things which people are reading into. That it's like that. Again, implying that it's possibly Eri in the machine.
Yeah.
That's why it acts differently, because it doesn't use a human brain, because there's already a human brain in there. And that's why it's like... So there's potential this show is going super, super, super dark. I know it was quite dark visually in episode 6 when they...
I wonder if Suletta actually knows, because...
yes, that's the question.
I think she does.
Well, the thing is, she keeps on referring to Ariel as family and things like that.
Yeah. And like I could hear your voice really clearly this time, and
Yep. So,
jeez.
It's like we'll go watch the video afterwards. I'll make sure there's a link in the description for everyone to watch. But it's like there's potential that this could be one of the darkest Gundam series. And by the way, people being killed to make machines work is not an uncommon thing in Gundam shows.
Oh yeah, well in sci-fi in general.
What other Gundam does that?
So there's a system in UC called the Exan system, which is designed to give normal people the powers of a new type, and they cyberize someone's brain to do it. And their soul is kind of in the machine. In Turn X, they do the whole thing of like, what is a new type, and the first.
Oh, no one fuck Turn X. No one cares about Turn X.
Turn X is awesome. Not Turn A. I mixed them in my brain because they have a very similar.
You just talking about X, isn't it?
I mean X. Sorry, in X they go to the moon, and the first new type was taken to pieces by the Earth Alliance or whatever to build the satellite system, and they converse with this long dead soul who's been like, what is a new type and what does it mean, because they can see the future and things, and basically he says, no, they're all pointless. There's nothing important about being a new type.
Wait, was there something up about Vega in 00?
Vega.
Yeah,
Vega. Yeah, Vega. Its thingy gets transferred into the consciousness into the AI machine. Yeah, there you go. So it's a common thing. So yeah, we could totally have that. This machine is running on 1 billion different clones of this woman's daughter because she's that evil. Who knows? Alternatively,
maybe she is that.
And so it could aim for like not quite as dark, but there is a dark pit that is right in front of us.
Right there. Oh dear God. Right. Yep. Okay then, maybe we should.
We'll have an episode on this later. It's another point. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So we have spoken about Gundam. Let us move on to
go watch it. Go watch
my
Gundam.
last one.
Go watch Gundam right now. Go watch it.
Dear. Wow. How am I gonna fucking follow that up? Right. Okay. So my last one is Akiba Maid War.
Right.
That's a poop, right? Yeah.
How's that doing?
Fuck off. I love it. It's brilliant. It's an acquired taste. Right? I really think I could only get you guys to watch it if the whole thing's out. I really do.
Right? I have been wanting to try it again.
Yeah.
So the big thing with this series, okay, first off, it's really well animated, right? It's well voice acted, but it's got a humor that's very akin to Konosuba, right? So the big thing about Konosuba is that the first, I want to say 5, maybe 6 episodes of Konosuba are quite tame in terms of humor. I feel Konosuba really only picks up in humor when, Darkness is cursed by the Dullahan and she's fated to die, but the Dullahan will cure her if they go and fight the Dullahan in 1 week's time in his castle. Except they don't do that whatsoever. They just purify darkness. Yeah. Exactly. Aqua just fixes it, and it completely undermines the whole thing. I love that. That is when the humor of Konosuba really picked up for me. Right? That's when it really started to become its own sense of humor. Right? Akiba Maid singular, has something very similar, where it takes time for it to actually build up this reputation of doing dumb shit, right? And I will totally grant you that the first couple of episodes don't really sell it very well at all. I don't know how far you guys got. I think you may have gotten to 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It was after the casino.
That was episode 2. So it gets better, where effectively they have a boxing tournament, right? And they're trying to have the main mercenary maid, I suppose, the one that actually has the gun the majority of the time, do this boxing. She's got to throw these matches, except for she refuses to throw in the matches because it defies the honor of a maid. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's
maids are very serious business,
It gets really funny, and I really enjoy the series. It is very whimsical and satire-ish. We got the manager here who's like, you can literally see an ashtray right behind her head. Like, I will hold your ashes for you. And it's like, isn't that gonna hurt? No, I have a special breathing technique that allows me to do this. So of course this woman puts the ashes in her hands, and she just starts screaming really loudly as she puts the ashes in the ashtray, and it's just like, what the fuck? What was that breathing? It's like, so it is funny. But it is so, I would say, difficult to get into. I think that this is something that people could really enjoy only after the whole thing's out, when they can actually like properly get into a groove, as opposed to watch an episode, go, what the fuck was that? Wait a week, watch another episode, go, what the fuck is that? And it's really damaging to the whole experience. So
some shows just do better as binged, and some do better as like anything with an ongoing story. Like, I love Eminence and Shadow, that I probably wouldn't like it as much if I could just binge it. I love it that each week I'm like thinking about what is going on, what's this things, and
I kind of feel the opposite, because I binged all 6 episodes, and it was just like I was so off balance the whole time. It was so great.
There we go. Here's the boxing. So yeah, no, I really, really enjoy Akiba Maid War. It could potentially turn into a must-watch, but it's not there yet. It's it really has to nail the last episodes before it can be a must-watch.
Right.
So yeah,
cool.
That's basically it for the lists. So yeah,
we did it, guys. We made it through.
Yep. Let us pop back to. I hit the wrong button, and
Why would you do that,
so moving on. I'm an idiot. Right, so let's move on to the supporter questions. Right, so Ghost Turkey Nasuth says, hey there, Zrugel here, making Xeno say, before we start the supporter questions, I just want to thank everyone who watched or listened this far. We really love bringing you this show and appreciate all the likes and comments. And we read every comment. Yep, that's true. So Ghost Turkey Nasuth also says, can you come up with an anime-themed pun for any of this season's shows? No.
No, I don't think so. No.
Loz?
No.
Can you come up with anime?
Like Eminence and Fail.
That's not a pun.
Anyway. Right. Zrugel says, Nasuth asks, what kind of phone does Cell from Dragon Ball Z use? He uses an Android.
Fair.
Well, he's a cost-conscious individual. He probably would.
Okay. Zrugel also says, on which planet does Piccolo visit to relax? Planet Hammock.
I see.
No, I want a hammock. I want the best hammock.
Anyway, XXX Tequila Gundam XXX asks, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Litter again and I'll break your knees. In many anime shows, we see forest-dwelling races as peaceful or pacifists, but in few shows, they raise some of their fiercest fighters, such as
Ghislaine
in Mushoku Tensei, or I don't know how you pronounce that.
Ariane?
Is that how you pronounce
Ariane.
In Skeleton Knight. Do you think this is purely coincidence, or good shows linked to the portrayal of woodland races as warriors? Good shows have woodland races as warriors. Because let's face it, good shows should have warriors everywhere, not just at the plot convenience.
What is good in life, Ghislaine? Crush your enemies.
And then
see them driven before you. Hear the lamentations of the women.
XXX Tequila Gundam XXX also says, we've seen the rain our beast tamer. So we've seen that Rain, our beast tamer, can take on aspects of beasts.
Wait, is his name really?
Tames.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Rain.
Right. That's yeah. Okay.
In the right circumstances, he could practice the American Second Amendment with the right to bear arms. Oh,
but it's bear. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How about he wears a T-shirt so he has the right to bear arms? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a tank top.
Oh. Anyway, I don't think we have any retort to that. So let's move on to the comments. First, comments from the Kanpai News. Xenogelion says, "Oh god damn it, I remember the series I'd rate the best in 2022. It's Cyberpunk Edge Runner. Damn it, I knew there was something else."
There's no feeling into that. There's no feeling into that, oh god damn it.
No.
Oh,
last
the Xenogelion individual.
Last week when we were talking, there was a news topic about some year. It was what's the best anime of the year?
Yeah.
And I was like, and we were talking. I said like, oh, maybe it's My Dress Up Darling. I swear there was something else, and it was Cyberpunk Edge Runner.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that was bugging the crap out of me. Anyway, Nick Evans says, I'm upset that about the Power That Pose figure, because the show wasn't brave enough to animate the entire scene during that pose. They obviously can't draw feet like real degenerates.
Very disappointing. Unwatchable now. I takes it from a must-watch to her feet. They didn't draw her feet.
Anyway.
Absolutely unwatchable. It's complete poop now.
No. Anyway. And now for the comments from last week's Kanpai Cast. Zrugal says, I only have 2 memorabilia statues. I didn't buy them, but I value them very much. Mostly because I value the friends who bought them for me. Otherwise, I don't really collect things. As far as mature items, I'm a prude. I wouldn't want to own things that like that, but I wouldn't make a fuss about what other people want to collect. I will say, I think ironic mature collectibles are more acceptable than sincere mature collectibles. What's an ironic mature collectible? I'll also appreciate it if either of you turn around and say, "We'll tell you when you're older." Yeah,
I'll tell you when you're older. But no, like a penis candle or something. Baba booey. Howard Smith's penis, Baba booey. Sorry.
I like how Loz just like looked to the side. The camera's like
so dark. You can just see the white smiles. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Mm-hmm.
Yep. Right.
I was looking at his penis-shaped candle off screen. I thought, okay.
Merchandise. There's no spell check on merchandise nuts. Oh dear fucking Christ.
Merchandise nuts.
Okay, and then Strongest Void Shell says, we're weeks away from the spicy number. That is true.
Very true.
Right. And now
are we going to have to do like a hentai episode for the spicy number?
Do you want to?
I don't know.
Could we? Could we logistically?
We'll discuss it. Well, maybe it has to go on some like form of Patreon or something. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, fair.
Okay. Right, so let us move on to the memes. So all the memes are from Reddit, and Nasuth just hits the button anyway. Right.
Yep. Oh, nah,
yep.
He tried.
Look, no, you're banned. You are banned. I don't care.
He has tried, but it's been a while.
It's the brave return, and I thought this one was really good.
Okay.
When someone says you have to watch 100 episodes of an anime for it to get good, how do we know they haven't Stockholm syndrome themselves into liking it?
No. Sorry,
I feel that one is very true though. Like okay. people that have watched 1,000 episodes of One Piece, and it's like, what are you doing? What? Why?
One day.
Well, when you start it, I mean, it's like you're there. You like anyway. Next.
It's quicker to read the manga than to watch One Piece now.
No, November participants on December 1st, 2022, 12 a.m. Only 4 of us? But there were at least 20! Yeah. I want to see real ultraviolence, and it's Eminence of Shadow. I said, Chainsaw Man. Perfect. Akiba Maid Wars.
That is an amazing meme. That is so good.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Good job.
When the game gave away limited time free skin, but you missed out on the event, everyone. This is from some quintuplets anime that I don't know the name of. It probably don't care about.
Quintessential quintuplets.
Yeah, that's the one.
The stupid thing
is
right?
That finished?
I don't know.
I looked at the ending and I was annoyed.
I'm pretty sure it ends with the movie or something. But the stupid thing is, like, in the show, all the characters have a different aesthetic to them, so you could tell them apart. However, to the main character, they all look like this, and you can't, like, he can't tell them apart. And it's really painful because, like, no, that one's got short hair, that one's got brown hair, that one's got red hair, that one's got.
Thing in the shop?
Oh God, I do.
Oh.
Right. Well, let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway.
Cats 10,000 years ago. I'ma fuck you up, mate. Cats today. I'ma fuck you up, mate.
Yep.
And finally, like Isaac Newton said, and I quote, "I like him thick as fuck." But he couldn't write it in a book, so he said, "Larger mass equals larger accelerator or attraction."
Oh, brilliant. I love that. Right, my first one. No matter how hard the sidekicks train, they'll never be as powerful as the main character because he eats a lot. I just love the fact that you got Zorro in the bottom left-hand corner who's weightlifting with his mouth.
Yeah. You try that, Vegeta. But
right.
you won't.
He said he doesn't want to get in the robot.
What is this? This is Spider-Man, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
So you got Tamer guy. Yeah. You got Kirsten does. So you got what's called Tamer guy being Shinji
and Kutsuragi.
Kirsten. Yeah. No. It's Oh shit! What's her name?
It's Kutsuragi now.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's the major.
Misato.
No, not.
Oh,
Misato. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. There you go. Right. Number 3.
That's a different thing. What am I talking about?
What?
I hope Sense's my will notice me today.
Is that Wesker?
I have no fucking idea. I saw this and Senpai noticed.
I saw another meme like this, and it was like Wesker in the game, Wesker in the movie, Wesker in the anime adaptation, and then it was this image. And I fuck, what is going on?
Right. My fourth one.
Is that, yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. 10 years old, 25 years of experience. Your cousin Timmy in China, he got 15 years work experience. He's 9! I'm sorry, like this.
Oh, good old Uncle Roger.
No,
that's not Uncle Roger. Who is that? Okay,
yeah.
Oh, he's so much better than Uncle Roger.
Okay, good.
Oh god, so much better.
Good.
Face the Beijing corn. Face the Beijing corn.
Last but not least, a
verified account.
This is 5. Oh, sorry, this is 5. Right, okay. Verified account. This account is verified because of a notable government, news, entertainment, or another designated category. And then you got Dio. This account is verified because it subscribes to Twitter Blue.
I almost used that one. You were so good, so lucky.
Oh, right. And then yes,
oh,
right.
God.
Hot Moms in Pixar. Hot Moms.
The poster. Oh fuck. Okay, I think that may win.
Of course, that's gonna win. Come on.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Loz, you could tell Loz is cracking up because of the smile on his face.
It's good, but I still think the violence one was better.
The violence one?
Show me the real ultra violence.
Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, fair, yeah, fair.
Very good.
Fair.
The picture they chose for the maids was brilliant.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, what? How's that ultra violence? You're like, those who know. No.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So, what you call it? Those were the memes. What I was going to say is if you go to twitter.com/Kanpai_cast, you can see 3 memes daily, all from the various Reddits.
Hot, steamy memes.
Yeah,
right in your face.
And yeah, so that is it for this week's episode. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching / listening. And, you know, it's time to bottoms up and Kanpai!